What did you say? Oh my gosh, yikes. So if I gave you this function to work with, what are you going to assume you're really going to have to use in order to work with this function? Yeah, you are. So it says, given that function, da 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 da. Look at part A here. It says, write an integral expression that represents his position at time equals 4 seconds. Take a wild stab and try to write that down. What is the integral expression to what?
0, 4.
Of what?
Of v of t
dt. But that's not all of it. That right there is the displacement from 0 to 4. You ready? Ready? I've gone 10 feet, right? Where am I? To know where I am, you have to know where I started. So what do you have to plug in the front? What do you have to put in the front?
Plus c.
No, it tells you it. And read the text. What do I put in front? 5. The initial position. What is the initial position? It is 5. So if you were going to do this in your calculator, you'd do 5 plus the integral from 0 to 4 of that integral. Honestly, the hardest part about calculating this is going to be making sure you type that into your calculator properly. I can't tell you how many different ways people are going to type that in wrong. Be super careful. Be super careful. Now evaluate it. So this would become 8 and this would become 12. You don't have to evaluate it right now. It should be super easy because on your calculator, everybody, do you know about the second entry button on your calculator? Second entry in your calculator will bring up the last thing you typed into your calculator, and then you can go edit your last line. So if you're doing a bunch of the same thing over and over again and changing one number, do second entry. Second entry in your calculator will recall the last line you typed into your calculator. So you can run the same thing again, just put in an 8 and put in a 12. Do that now to make sure you can do it. Do that right now. Okay? So what do we do now? We quit out of here, and then we do math 9, I think it is. You're going from what to what? Like 0 to, let's say, 8. And then it's vars, y1. And then it's dx. And then I hit enter, and it's... Oh, look, it's exactly what you thought it was.
But you didn't add 5. So
oh, plus 5. So that's what you guys are... so it's plus 5 and plus 5?
Yeah.
So it's negative 24 point... Yeah. So that was a good observation. So is this right? Negative 32.773?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Nice. Okay, are we okay? dt from 0 to 12. Do that on your calculator. And if you want to know where absolute value is, I think it's under math num, I think, is where absolute value is. I think check. It's going to be math num. There's ABS right there. So you can either put that into the equation or what you're calling. So try that. 83 point what?
Yeah.
586?
Yeah.
Yay, very nice. The derivative of. Take a look at it. Any, what is it?
12t cubed over 3.
It's going to be what?
12t cubed over 3.
Ah, that's one way to do it. I like that. 12t cubed over 3, sure.
Plus 4t squared, minus 4t squared over 2.
Over 2.
Plus 3x.
Plus what? 3t, right?
Yeah, 3t.
So what does that turn into? That's just what? 4t cubed minus 2t squared plus 3t.
Yeah.
How do you check to see if that's the proper derivative? Sorry, that's the proper integral? You take the derivative. It does work. So what is this going to be? It's going to be capital F evaluated at what? 4 minus capital F evaluated at? You'll notice that what we found out right there is different than this one. How is it different? What's tacked on to the other one? You see that minus 1? So if you do the f of 4, let's do the f of 4 right here. What is f of 4 going to be right there? And what is f of negative 2? You can use your calculator. Do that right now. Tell me what those two are. Do that right now with your calculator. And then also do f of 4 with this one and f of negative 2 with this one. Do both of those in both cases. So you're figuring out 4 numbers. Thank you. It's the only thing that changed is the endpoints. That's it. That's it. So calculate that for me right now. You can sit down, everybody. Calculate that for me right now. It's going to be 9 over 2x. Sorry, not 9 over 2. It's going to be 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x. And you're doing it from 0 to 2. So you have to plug 2 in and plug 0 in. I'll let you guys finish that. We are at the right time here. You're going to need to finish some of this on your own because we didn't get to the end, but you guys should be able to.